All right, you ready?
Oh, did it together?
Yep.
Oh, good. Okay.
What's up, everybody? This is Q. I'm here with Donnie, the voice of Bambi, and also you was in Young Frankenstein. So I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah, it was a Son of Frankenstein. Come on.
Son of Frankenstein. I'm sorry. All right. So how was the interview process for Bambi?
I wasn't interviewed for it. Oh, I wasn't.
Okay.
I was in 7 and 8 movies before Bambi. All those roles, like Frankenstein, Tower of London, Mr. Disney, in brand new beautiful studios in Burbank then. Wanted to do Bambi classic. And he called my mother. And we had our first house out of the Depression based on the movies. Boy, called my mom in the kitchen phone on the wall. I remember this. And my mom and I, Disney does not mind my being honest about this. We didn't know Disney for nothing. Busy. And he asked my mom if I would come to the new studios and be interviewed to be the facial model for Bambi. Okay, young deer looked like this. Okay, he wanted to have a young jerk kid like me put some animation on there. Right?
Gotcha.
So my mom said, "Sure." Well, that's an interesting story. We did not have any other movies scheduled. So my mom said, "Sure." We had an agent. Okay, for the last 4 or 5 movies, and I did not say anything to anybody. And like, he was very quick, kind of rude to my mom. Big mistake. I didn't box yet in those days. Good thing I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she called my agent, this guy from New York. He came running right away, and she told him about Disney. And remember, now we didn't know anything about it. He said, "Oh, he can't do a cartoon. It'll spoil his career. Blah blah blah." Real rude to my mother. Famous story. My mother turned to me and turned to him and said, "Johnny, what do you think?" "I want to do it." They turned to me and said, "Neither one of you are right. You ain't going to do it." From New York. I remember this. I had to anger him. I fired him.
Sure.
I'm 5 years old. I fired this guy.
5-year-old fired him. You're smart. That's a good.
"Oh, you can't fire me." Mom says, "Who's paying you?" You're fired. He laid rubber out of our driveway. I'll never forget. No more than 4 days later, we're at the Disney studio, like Mr. Disney invited, and as soon as he, a gracious man, as soon as he found out that I fired that guy, he must have known him. First pat on my back in a long time was, "Good job." That's how I got to Bambi.
Okay.
No interview, just boom.
All right. Just a smart child.
Yeah.
All right. How was the experience recording it?
Before that?
How was the experience to record it?
Oh, recording. Remember now, Disney does not mind my being straight honest. I sat for at least 5-6 weeks, one full half day at a time for the artists. Okay, look left, look right, hold it. Look this, look like you're angry. You're kissing in the bushes, remember? Okay? And that was first. Then Mr. Disney took me and my mom to lunch in the studio, and here's how sophisticated that was. To my mother, you think Johnny could do the voice? That was it. No sophisticated meetings or nothing. Over a hamburger. Can you? And that's how that happened. Now in the recording studio, it was not like all the apparatus we have now. Okay? We had images, drawn images like that, on a reel, and in a little bitty booth, nice lady, she'd flip this thing, say, "Now, this is what's happening. This is what the artists are doing now, and you're supposed to say this." So, okay, say this. Okay, say this. Okay. Your audience may love this because darn few people know. I had to remind young executives in Disney 20 years ago precisely, we were out there as a guest from Texas about this, and they were, what? Mr. Disney had to get this out. It was costing him real big money to do all the motions in oil. 4 years more, eh? He had to get it out. To get it out before December, Christmas, or to 1, that was his target, he had to cut 8,000 feet out. It was much longer than the full length now. 8,000 feet. When I mentioned that to some of the youngsters at the Disney, what? 8,000 feet? They have 8,000 feet of artwork in Disney down in the archives. And now, as of 2 years, just 2 years ago, when you get the brand new Blu-ray, Disney is adding little bitty parts of what was cut out. 1941 into the new Blu-ray. And interestingly, the color of everything stays the same. Why? Because that man went to the trouble to do all the motions in oil, not watercolor.
Smart guy.
Smart guy.
So you went to the service when you got older. So how was it? Did anybody pick on you, or how was the experience in service when you was in service?
I never talked about it.
No, nobody knew about it.
No. From age 14 on, all school, everything, all boxing, everything. 25 years in the Marine Corps. I never said a word about it.
Okay.
And when it would come up, I had wonderful pride memories of it. But after Pearl Harbor in a couple of years, I was in a boarding house, age 14, supporting myself to now. Okay, I never talked about it. My wife and I were married for almost 2 years before she knew about all this.
Wow.
And if you knew my wife, oh boy.
So how did you keep it from her that long, and how did she react to it?
What's that?
How you keep it from her that long, and how did she react to it?
I'm about to say it. I'm in the house tutoring some kids, and the windows open, nice weather. The garage is over here, etc. She, for the first time, she went to look at my Foot Lockers. Had a couple of Foot Lockers from Marine Corps. One of the Foot Lockers was loaded with this stuff. All 7 movies, hundreds of fan letters and stuff. And I can remember, I'm listening to the kids. The window's open. She's in the garage. Ready? What's this? I thought it was a fire or something, you know. She opened that Foot Locker, saw all this stuff. Now, this didn't happen, but I get teased about this. Keeping that from me that long, you're going to eat peanut butter for a month.
I mean, you got who she wanted you, not who you were. That's a good thing.
Yeah, she didn't know anything about this, about the movie. But and then even from that point forward, she helped me. I didn't talk about it. It was a pride. I don't like men who brag about that. I can't help it. Okay? And I'm doing other things in my life. Okay? And that's a wonderful achievement. That's yesterday. Okay? 21, 22 years ago, Disney found out I was still alive. Some newspaper somewhere during the Vietnam War reported me killed in action. They tried, but didn't work. Okay? A couple of times. Yeah, like 3 times. Anyway, excuse me. When they found out I was alive, they invited us out there. We helped raise some money for charity. Had a great time. And I realized that about a year and a half, sir, I could help charities. I could help where help is really needed more with Bambi than I could with all the medals and all the stuff. Okay? And I'll give you an example. This has happened many times. I'm in a big audience and I'm trying to, with good positive, I'm a guest on the stage. Lots of good folks, narrator like you, and here's so-and-so, blah, 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 and we're raising money. Now, I do it very subtly, okay? Guys, this is desperate, we need, get your wallets out. It really works. None of the baloney stuff, right? And we're doing pretty good. Then the narrator, or the host, says, and by the way, you know this crazy guy was the facial model and the voice of Bambi? You hear in the audience, Bambi, and they ask, yeah, that's true. What? The contributions go up. I raised more money for more good things for Bambi than I could possibly do otherwise.
That's a good thing. That's a real good thing.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to say to end it off with?
What's that?
You have anything you want to say to end it off?
To what time?
To end it. You want any last thing to say?
Enjoy these positives. We are surrounded and battered today on almost all the networks with one negative after a negative after a negative. I've had the last flight sit over me twice, sir. I'm still here. Look at this world, even when it's tough. Somewhere in your life, the glass is half full.
Exactly.
It's not empty. Okay? Be yourself. Be proud that you're still here. Try to help somebody. If you're feeling down and beat up by things, learn the magic of helping somebody else who's also having trouble. It's like a shot of energy in your arm.
Yeah.
Truly.
All right. Thank you so much for the interview.
You're welcome.
And thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.